it.
Hello out there, and thanks for joining us on Political Platform. It's a midweek edition, and we are glad that you're there to pick up all the reports as promised. We will continue to intensify efforts for political education, prepare you ahead of 2019 elections, and then put our government on their toes to do their job. All we need to do here, in addition to mobilizing all of us for political understanding, is also to mobilize all of us for national unity, so that we avoid those things that indeed tend to divide us and emphasize those things that can unite us. My name is Okiri Agbonsuremi. The Newspapers Proprietors Association of Nigeria, NPAN, has advised the EFCC to follow due process over some newspapers. Of course, you know how over the last 8 years there has been a lot of issues regarding the asset forfeiture order, which the newspaper says it has appealed. And just like a few days ago, the EFCC officials came in and they said they wanted to verify to be sure that the assets are not being dissipated. But in the process, it was like there was a disruption of activities. Now the newspaper says they have appealed that matter, is in court, and that what EFCC need to do is to follow up with the events in court rather than cause disruption. Fortunately, the EFCC left the premises without really disrupting. But then the Newspapers Proprietors Association are joining the voices of our other Nigerians to ask the EFCC to follow the legal and due process. And the acting president met with the northern leaders over the Northern Youth's order for Igbos to vacate the north in 3 months. Yesterday it was one event. Some persons say it came too late and that should have been swift, and that more action should have been taken to douse the tension. But good enough, Professor Osibanjo met along with some top government officials, including the leadership of the National Assembly, and the key personalities in the villa met with a cross-section of the North, led by the chairman of the Arewa Consultative Forum, talking about former IGP Ibrahim Kumasi, and all of them sat there yesterday, and the kind of agreement was that Nigeria we have gone too far to begin to talk about disunity. I want to say that hate and divisive speeches and divisive behavior will be met with the full force of law. That is quoting acting President Osibanjo. We'll be talking about this greater thing, and today we'll be creating a balance for you from Kogi State. Yesterday we spoke with the man who has become himself very, very loud and controversial. You say Dino Melaye. He's very active on the floor of the Senate, no doubt. Almost every day he comes with different motions and bills. And but even as he comes with all those motions and bills, doing very positive things on the floor, the controversy are not less, as he claimed that he escaped the assassins just 3 days ago in Kogi. We spoke with him on this program yesterday. He heard his voice saying so much against the governor and those who he claimed planned to assassinate him. Today we'll be talking to an official of the Kogi State government to give us a balance of what indeed happened. And we have other issues you have raised in the mail through politicalplatform@yahoo.com. We'll be sharing those mails. We'll also be sharing those issues. My name is Okiri Agbonsuremi once again. And we have a guest in the house. Before I even introduce my other colleagues, let me tell you that I have Aminu. Manu is not just our guest, it's our colleague. It's a journalist. We were together for a very long time in the villa. He's been around for a very, very long time in the corridors of journalism. And he currently writes for Radio France International. And Aminu Manu is with me in the studio this morning. Thank you for joining me on the program.
You're welcome.
we have a lot to talk about.
No problem.
And now Dr. Ame Chanakwe is also right here in the studio.
Hello and welcome.
And now let's go to our mailbox, politicalplatform@yahoo.com.
Thanks, Ohiria. Good morning and welcome to the mail segment. I'm Amaka Okoro.
I'm Saitin Yari. Welcome.
We begin with a mail from Shegun Banso from Kuje in Abuja, and he titles this one as "The Police Unwillingness to Arrest Hate Preachers." He goes further. The unwillingness of or inability of the police to arrest any member of the Arewa Youth Forum who issued the 3-month ultimatum to the Igbos to vacate the North is unfortunate and is an indication that this misguided youth spoke the mind of many northern elders, despite the grandstanding by some northern elders and the Inspector General of Police. The reason for the upsurge in hate speeches and rhetoric is the absence of punishment and retribution for hate preachers. So the police would do well by charging all hate preachers, hitting the polity to court. We need peace.
Ahmed Sadauna in Kaduna State says, I think the Igbos do not really want to leave Nigeria, because if they do, they should be the one giving quick notice for Igbos residing in the north to come back home, not the other way around. They are just trying to use the Biafra agitation to negotiate for political appointments and recognition.
And to issues in Kogi State, Adezia Solomon from Lugbe in Abuja has this to say. I want to quickly congratulate Political Platform for weathering the storm. Welcome back. Kogites are in awe with what the door of Yahaya Bello and Dino Melai are turning the state into. The extravagant lifestyle of these two suggests a rape of our commonwealth. Turning the state into a theater of wit and war is insulting our sensibility. These two actors need to decently face governance. May God bless the good people of Kogi State.
More reactions. Maruf Olalekon in Abuja says, it is no news that Kogi State is under fire from His Excellency and the distinguished senator. But there is no wisdom in setting Kogi State on fire due to personal vendettas tainted with political state sentiments. The entire nation is following the current political dynamics and cancerous trend. As many Kogites are swimming in abject poverty, emotional trauma, anarchy, kidnapping and many more, a war of superiority contest and unhealthy rivalry never ends well. The winner will also have a vanquished neighbor. With due respect to His Excellency and the distinguished senator, we need to apply the wisdom of Solomon and the wealth of new understanding to govern, create and spread the blessings of liberty to the people of Kogi State.
And Collins Eze in Kubwa in Abuja writes on the road safety proposed Socratic test. He goes further. Dear crew, I want to commend the road safety for the Socratic test initiative built to commence on the 1st of July. This will serve as a big lesson for everybody, including me, as most road users do not obey traffic rules. However, I want to see how successful this policy will be in highbrow areas like Asokoro and the likes, where 75% of drivers deliberately beat traffic lights. What about the VIPs and their drivers, who will harass you off the road even when you stop to obey the traffic light? Hope this won't be another law for the poor masses.
Dayo in Abuja writes on the discriminate use of sirens. It says, Ohiria wrongly asserted yesterday that ministers don't use sirens when moving in Abuja. The fact is that ministers, National Assembly members, heads of agencies and security apparatus all use sirens around the FCT. The overzealous acts of the attached security officers can only be compared to those we see in American films. I suggest that strong laws should be sponsored by the presidency, promulgated and implemented to guide against this, and by the time few big men are used as scapegoats, it will eventually fade away and sanity will return to our roads.
And over to activities in the presidency, Henry in Abuja says, with the information available before the acting president signed the 2017 appropriation bill into law, does he also need the president's approval before he swears in the two designated ministers representing Kogi and Gombe states respectively? Is the acting president, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, really in charge, or is he merely coordinating?
That's it on the mail segment today. Keep sending your mails to politicalplatform@yahoo.com.
Bust it.
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform on AIT Abuja.
Thank you so much for staying with us on the platform. Let's just quickly take on my guests, and we'll go into some of the other areas. I have Aminu Manu, our colleague. He's a journalist who writes for Radio France International, and he's been around for a very, very long time. An editor you want to say. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Yeah,
now, there was a mail that came now that said, it just opposed against what the acting president said yesterday, that those who are involved in hate speech and in divisive behavior would be met with the full force of the law. And somebody wrote to us to say, why have we not arrested those who issued or the ultimatum? We know them; they are on video. What do you think the government is doing? Trying to not to cause more panic, or why do you think the government is not really asking them to come and answer to the law?
I think what the government is trying to do is to caution Nigerians from hate speeches. But nonetheless, we have seen a situation where these youths converge in a place and held a press conference that is now bringing about all these issues.
Yeah.
And we have the videos. Exactly, the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, has issued an order for the arrest of these youths. But till this moment, as I'm talking to you, I don't think one person has ever been arrested. So the presidency, what the acting president is doing now is to make sure that all those who are behind or those who participated in the press conference that brought about the quick notice on the Igbos to leave northern Nigeria are now brought to book. And I think it's a very serious issue that we need to handle. So the hate speeches and the counter hate speeches that are coming from either the Igbos or even the government that is now coming in. Somebody in one of the mails says the government is talking at the late hour.
Yes.
I want to believe so, because if the government is serious, the very day they organized the press conference and issued these statements,
The DSS should have moved in.
yes, they should have arrested them, and by now we are talking of going to court, but not to sit down.
I've heard this argument that you have put forward now, but I've also heard the other one that says, look, arresting this kind of people probably could even exacerbate the matter. They want to find out, are they just speaking for themselves or they are speaking for some persons? Is there a way tactically government is trying to reduce the tension by not going forward to arrest them? Because they actually can still be arrested tomorrow. Maybe that's the argument somebody is telling me, that look, we should not foreclose the possibility of them being arrested. And those who are asking that they should have been arrested on the same day, like you also suggest now, probably don't understand the workings of security, and they are being careful not to exacerbate the matter and make the matter worse around the country.
I think the work of the DSS and the police is also to keep peace in Nigeria.
Yes.
And if that is correct, we should have allowed the DSS and the police to do their own work by bringing in those who are the co-participants in that press conference for a questioning. They should be able to tell them what exactly they mean, what they are talking about, and they may even lead them to those who are behind them, because I don't think those youths are talking for themselves. They are talking for somebody. Who is that person? Is when the security comes in that they should be able to detect those ones. But what I'm saying, the federal government, the step taken by the federal government through the presidency, I think is a very good development by talking to the northern groups
leaders, yeah.
And today I believe he's going to talk to the other groups from the southern part of Nigeria.
Particularly southeast.
Yes, southeast. And I think this should go a long way in solving the problem. We are one united Nigeria, and we should not allow any fraction to miss.
Okay. Before we come to you, let me go to Kogi. We are coming back to continue with the discussion. Now, I have Kingsley Banwo. Kingsley Banwo is the Director General in the government house in charge of the media. Thank you very much for joining me on the program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we took Dino Melaye yesterday over the incident that happened in Lokoja. Can you tell us, because the allegation was that the governor by himself and his aides organized those alleged assassins to come and murder him, and that those who the governor speaking that person who the student who was the person who was killed was a student is not true and it's a cover up. Tell us what actually happened.
Thank you very much. We do not want to preempt what the final police report will be on this issue, but working with the preliminary report of the Kogi State Police Command, we know that Senator Dino Melaye organized the rally without taking a proper permit from the police.
No, sorry, I don't understand what you mean by proper permit from the police. Is it that he needs to get authorization from the police?
Yeah, you need to. It's not an authorization per se, but you need to write to the security agencies to inform them that you will be organizing a rally.
No, we don't think it's factual. Your statement is factual. From what we know and from our own understanding of our constitution, no individual organization must get authorization, either in writing or otherwise, from the police before embarking on a protest. It is guaranteed by the constitution and it cannot be taken away.
Yeah, it is a constitutional guarantee to organize rally, but the wisdom behind this is to be able to inform security agencies so that they will provide security for the people that will be taking part in the rally to forestall the kind of occurrence that happened that day.
Well, was it because the Senator Dino Melaye did not get police permit that the governor went to disrupt the rally, as he alleged?
The governor was not even aware that Senator Dino Melaye would be staging a rally. If Senator Dino Melaye is staging a rally, it is none of the governor's business. He has no business with that. It is the constitutional rights of Senator Dino Melaye to protest against anything he is not comfortable with. Yeah. So the governor did not have any interest in what he did, and the governor did not in any way attempt or disrupt the so-called rally by the senator.
Now, what is actually happening in Kogi State? The senator claims that his recall is masterminded by the governor. The governor himself is also working hard to provide democracy dividends to the people under a very tense atmosphere. The last report is that the Boko Haram cells are growing up in Kogi. We have a lot of kidnapping going on in Kogi. The workforce, they are grumbling. What is actually happening in Kogi State?
Governor Yahaya Bello is the governor of Kogi State. Senator Dino Melaye is the senator representing Kogi West of Kogi State. Even the governor cannot participate in the recall process of the governor of Senator Dino Melaye because he is not from the same senatorial district with Senator Dino Melaye. As far as I know, it is the constituents of Dino Melaye who decided to initiate a recall process against him. And this has nothing to do with the governor. When they spoke to the press some few weeks ago, they listed some of the reasons why they want Dino Melaye to leave the Senate, that he was misrepresenting them. So it is not the business of the governor to mastermind the recall of Senator Dino Melaye. So the governor has no hand in it, and the allegation that it was the governor that has been sponsoring the recall process is blatant falsehood, and it is baseless.
So what form of relationship does the governor have with Dino Melaye? Because we know Dino has been outspoken against the governor, has addressed the press severally. How will you describe the relationship as stakeholders, leaders of thought in Kogi State?
I think the relationship is not great at the moment, and politicians being what they are, they try as much as possible to scheme their ways into getting what they want to get. Be that as it may, I do not. I am not seeing a situation where the two of them cannot work together. The governor wants peace. and he has created every avenue to ensure there is peace between him and the leaders of the party in the state, including Senator Dino Melaye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being very, very straightforward. The relationship may not be green, which means it might not actually be as rosy as everybody would expect naturally. But the senator is going all about is campaigning that the governor should pay outstanding salaries. Is campaigning that the governor should pay pension. Is that is that the problem actually, that it does appear that the senator is mobilizing the people against the governor?
Yeah, I think Senator Dino Melaye has used various kind of language to describe the governor. We will not go into that. We are decent people, and we will not join in the mud fight. But let me say this categorically: we have paid workers that have been cleared, and I think Kogi State is the only state in the federation that has published worker by worker, month by month, what we have paid between September 2015 and April 2017. So I think effectively we are only owing a month's salary, which is the May salary. We published everything.
Just May salary, not those 14 months and 12 months.
No. It baffles me when I hear that Kogi State is owing 14 months, some would say 17 and all of that. We've published everything on our website, www.kogistate.gov.ng. We've published everything there. So if anybody can go there to check, Mr. Salihu this, he has earned this and this and this. We are owing him May. This is the area. So we have published everything. And I think that should be able to inform the ignorance of those who think we are owing that much. But let me tell you this: all the allegations by Senator Dino Melaye are not true.
All right.
Now, very quickly, the chief of staff to the governor was reported to have said around the last May Day that the government, Kogi State government, is not owing worker salary up to 14 months, but only 8 months.
Okay, I think you are saying 8 months now, and some people even reported that the chief of staff said 12 months. Yeah, let me come in here. The chief of staff was very, very correct with his assertion. If you listen to what I said earlier, I said we have paid workers that were cleared. As at the time the chief of staff was granting that interview, it was clear that some workers who appealed the earlier decision against them just got cleared.
Okay.
And we were sorting out their arrears. Their arrears have been paid, including pensions. Those who were recently cleared, some of them got 14, 15, 12 months pension, depending on when they were cleared.
All right.
But those that had no problem have received their pension
Kingsley, this is actually the most we can take. Our time is up, but I can assure you that we'll call you from time to time to be able to provide your government a voice so that people can also follow up with what is happening against the criticisms that are on there. Kingsley Fanwo is the DG Media in the government house in Lokoja. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much, Political Platform, for upholding the tenets of the profession. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bust it.
They present the popular radio program Political Platform on the Ray Power FM network. Ray Power FM Political Platform, now on television. Keep track of the country's polity and be part of the process as they discuss and put political developments in the country into perspective. It's Ray Power Political Platform on AIT Abuja.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for still remaining with us on the platform. We just, as we round up, let me just ask for your comment, Manu, on the Kogi interview.
The Kogi interview, from what I heard from the DG is not being specific in what he's saying. He's not saying the correct thing.
That is this one that I spoke now is the DG Media.
Yes,
it's
DG Media.
Yeah.
And even the statement that was credited to the chief of staff, that he was saying that
only 8 months.
Only 8 months. Then compared to what the DG is saying of 1 month, then there is still an issue. And the issue is salaries. The salaries have not been paid. Whether it's 1 month
or 8 months.
8 months, salaries have not been
12.
paid. So what the governor should do, the governor should go back, settle down in Kogi with his own people. Dino should humble himself as a distinguished senator. Then the governor should also be a father of Kogi State. They should sit down together and solve the problem.
Because the bottom line is the Kogi
Governance.
people.
Governance.
It's governance
Yes.
providing for the people
Exactly.
of Kogi State.
Because at the moment the governor is based in Abuja, while somebody is there in Kogi, Lokoja, taking the.
They say it's the chief of staff.
Is the chief of staff that is in control of everything. And if Dino is talking about the governor, that the governor is not sitting down in the state, or he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, the governor should be able to call him as a father or meet him, arrange a meeting so that they meet and discuss these issues. But for them to be for Dino to bring the issues in the open,
being from the same party.
Yes,
Did they exploit all those avenues?
I don't really expect that to happen, because.
And now people are dying.
Yes.
Somebody died there and they fired some shots.
Yes,
and they said it's a student that died.
Some of the statements by Dino may be correct, and what the governor is doing, I think, needs to be corrected too.
All right. We just have to wrap it up here now because our time is up. Manu, our guest analyst here from, he resides in Abuja here, our colleague of Radio France International. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
And when we come back tomorrow, we expect your mails. We'll try to get the Federal Road Safety Commission officials to come on the program. We believe that between now and Friday, we should be able to do that, or early next week. We have to explain how all of us may be headed for the psychiatric hospital if we make one little mistake on the road. Answer a phone call, beat the traffic, do the wrong way driving or the opposite driving, and you think it's just a fast one, that could take you to the psychiatric hospital. And you pay for the cost of the examination, and you pay for everything that the Federal Road Safety Commission will incur. Very good program, but how successful can it be? Are we ready? Do we have the facilities? Are we prepared for it? All those ones will find time to get the Corps Marshal or anybody within the Federal Road Safety Commission to tell us and explain. We want to assist Nigerians, assist the Federal Road Safety Commission to get it right at the beginning. My name is Okiri Agbonsureni. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Bust it.